This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Kunana. Now, on this show, we talk about everything under the sun, and tonight we're going to talk about women. Now, yesterday was a very important day because it was International Women's Day. And so here in Philippines Uncut, for the next 2 weeks, we are dedicating our shows to celebrating women, women empowerment, and women's rights. And joining us now to talk about a very interesting aspect of women empowerment, specifically women in business and entrepreneurship, are two very enterprising ladies. On my right, there's Judith A. Cinco, the co-owner of Imagery Watch Store, and beside her is Miss Edley Omoyan, who is the owner of the Milea Bath and Beauty Wellness. So, Judith,
Hi.
Eds, welcome to Philippines Uncut.
Thank you, buddy.
No, pleasure to have
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for coming. I know you ladies are entrepreneurs. You're very busy with your schedules and running your business empires. To take time out to share your experiences here with us on Philippines Uncut. Now, Judith, Eds, let's talk about, let's have a short introduction. Let's start with Judith muna.
Yes, I'm the co-owner of Imagery. We are into the watch business, and we have watch retail stores in the metro. And we are exclusive distributors of some of the quality brands of watches like Claudia, Alexis Christie, and we are continuously in search of good brands. Like for this year, we acquired the distributorship of Korean brand of watches like Dox, what else? Valentino Rudy, and others. So there, and I am a full-time woman entrepreneur.
How long have you been in the business?
Since 2007, after I retired from my full-time work.
Which was? What was your work before you decided you could become an entrepreneur?
I am an HR specialist.
Okay, so corporate world.
Yes.
Corporate world, excellent. Eds, how about you?
Hi, yeah. I'm Edilie Omoyon, and these are my products. We make organic and natural personal care. Everything for the skin. So we have products for babies. We have products for pimples. And of course, our banner product, the product for skin asthma, which is how the business actually started.
Through your own personal experience with skin asthma.
Yes.
Okay.
I had to do something because at that time I was a full-time mom. And so when I had a slight problem with my child, I had to take things into my hands, like what I used to do when I was in the corporate world. The business started with a need, and now it has not only fulfilled a lot of my dreams, it also evolved. Aside from manufacturing this, we also have our own bee farm where we get most of our products.
As I assume, a lot of your products are honey-based.
Honey-based
product,
and
royal jelly.
herbal-based.
Very interesting.
Yes.
I like what you said about the need, because a lot of entrepreneurs, actually it starts from them developing a product which they themselves like or need, and then they tell themselves, why not sell it and maybe make some money,
Like in my case, I was giving away products to my friends, and they were the ones who said, why don't you sell it? Nakakahiya, we're always...
Now, how long have you been in the business, Eds?
Okay, the business is 4 years now.
Okay, so more or less, not too far apart from Judith's business.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about how you guys got into the business. Now, we touched on a little bit about how you started. Let's talk about, in your case, it was products that you're using for your children.
Yeah.
But your case, Judith, watches.
So
did you get
it
into
came
watches?
from out of boredom. So when I retired in 2007, because I wanted to focus on getting pregnant. So I have to stay at home, but it has proven to be more stressful to stay at home and doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I searched the internet and then contemplated what really interests me. So I really love watches, and even when I was still working, every time I will have my bonus, yun talaga yung una kong ina-aspire.
Watch.
Yes. So, and the internet has been a very big help. Kasi dun sa kaka-search ko, I came across this businessman from Malaysia. And I asked him, do you already have distribution market here in the Philippines? Kasi ang ganda ng mga watches niya and reasonably priced din. So sabi niya, wala pa. And none yet. So can I be your distributor here in the Philippines? Okay, but you have to get like at least 1,000 pieces of watches. What?
Wow.
1,000? There's 1,000 pieces, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And hindi pa naman napoprove yung market dito,
paano
no?
hindi mo mabenta?
Yes. And at the same time, I'm under medication. So sabi ko sa kanya, then we negotiated on the quantity until we get into 100 pieces. So,
how did you begin selling the watches? I mean, in Ed's case, it was first friends, and then they convinced you, why don't you sell this in the market? But in your case, how does one sell 100 watches? I mean, did you do it like you call friends? Did you do it online? How did you do it?
Altogether, like I called friends. I also posted the pictures online. If you remember, Multiply then.
Yes, wala nang yung Multiply.
It's
wala na.
powerful, but it became a very powerful vehicle
Those
for
days, mga
women.
2007, those were the heydays of Multiply.
Yes,
Hindi
yes.
masyadong hot yung Facebook noon.
Sobra. And it is also before na kumalat yung mga scams and also yung mga bogus sellers. So in like 3 weeks time, the 100 pieces of watches were all sold out.
Wow.
And it's also a very good opportunity because it's the Burr months.
Yes.
So I started importing September, getting the watches September, and then I took the risk of joining bazaars.
So from online to bazaars, and then now you have your own outlets.
Yes.
You have your own stall stands and.
Yes,
How do you sell?
yes.
Do you have your own stores in malls? Or?
Yes, we have stores in the mall. They are called Imagery Watch Store. They can be found in Festival Mall, in Robinson's Metro East, in Landmark Trinoma, and we also have this place in lazada.ph.
So imagine that, coming from a dream, and yung sa'yo, Ed's need, siya naman passion, kasi sabi nga niya, from the get-go, talagang bata pa lang siya, watch talaga yung passion mo. So that's why you two are perfect for our viewers now, our women viewers, because you bring, I'm sure we're hitting a lot of people now, because like, not, yung iba need, yung iba naman, let's say, passion magluto, mag-bake. Doon nag-umpisa yung cakes, diba? Diba? So a lot of people become successful. Now, ikaw naman, Eds, how did you get your products into the market?
It was online first.
Online also. Okay.
Because I don't know how to sell.
Ako din.
I don't sell at all. So, I posted it online. Parang yabang lang ba na, hey, I have these products. Not saying na, hey, friends, buy this. Because I'm not a confident seller. It was NEW that really pushed me to get out of my comfort zone.
Network for Enterprising Women, which you are founding members of.
Yes.
Sige, pag-usapan natin itong new NEW or Network for Enterprising Women. What is this group about, Eds?
Okay, this group is about helping women starting to do business.
Very good.
Even those who haven't started yet, those who haven't conceptualized what they want to go into. We invite them to coaching sessions, which we do every quarter. And we have an annual conference also. So for me, Nu helped me bring out the product from the computer, from online.
Yeah, because let's face it, not all of us are experts at business,
especially
diba?
My market is usually not online.
Yes, of course. I mean, this is you should go to a health store or a bath product store. So this is where your organization helps out. Now, this organization, is it a big organization, Judith? This Network for Enterprising Women?
Yes, it has around 2,000 members.
Yeah, more than 2,000.
Yes, and the objective really is to help these women like bring out their entrepreneurial spirit. And by sharing of ideas, by also learning inspiring, motivating through the example of other successful women entrepreneurs.
I have a question for you two ladies. You two are successful. You've seen your dreams coming. I mean, watches and bath products now doing very well, very successful. I have a question. Do you encounter any sex stereotypes in business? Let's say, as entrepreneurs, did you ever encounter any stereotypes that women somehow, hamper women from really getting into the business for themselves?
My experience, I was in a five-star hotel presenting my products with several other sellers of different kinds of products that the hotel can use. I noticed that because the panel are all male, they would talk more on the male sellers rather than us, and whimsically, they're very whimsical at looking at not very seriously. I don't know why, but these are foreign nationals, all male, moving around and looking at which product they will carry in their hotel.
How about you? How about you? Have you experienced any kind of stereotyping because you are a woman in business and you're starting a business and being an entrepreneur?
In the market itself, none. But in the logistics area, yes. Because we are importing these watches. And when the products reach the customs, you have to really negotiate sometimes for us to be able to get the products released.
But what are the advantages of being a woman in business or a woman entrepreneur? What are the advantages? I'm sure, I think personally, women are in a prime position to become entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Because number one, there are a lot of women who are housewives.
I think we're better at breaking barriers.
What do you mean by that?
We can use our charm.
Sa customs, does it work? Yung, yung charm
Well,
sa house.
my husband doesn't allow me to use the charm.
Okay.
So sabi niya, ako na lang ang pupunta
Siya na
doon.
pupunta.
Oo.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But
I
when
agree with you.
explaining your product, especially to customers, because they see us as mothers who will not trick them, who will not, hard sell. So I think, there are a lot of advantages also.
Yeah.
And
And-
especially when dealing with government agencies, I found that,
It's like a soft approach.
there's a softer
Yes,
approach.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Right, right.
With DOST, with SITEM, I think they're more soft on women entrepreneurs than well, siguro feeling ko
They're
lang,
supporting women
but they are
business
very supportive of
in
women
the business, yeah.
Yes. Do you notice more and more women getting into business for themselves? Because like you ladies, you retired from corporate world. Ikaw Eds, you also left the corporate world, and so I think you decided to focus on the family and you as well in the family. So women, as I was mentioned earlier, I think are in a prime position to become really good entrepreneurs. Because number one, they have time, and number two, your managers, instinctive managers, kasi women are the ones who run the household. So, you already have a grasp of what the pulse of what households need. No?
Yeah.
So,
Like me when I retired, and then some few years later, when I met my colleagues, they're telling me na, buti ka pa, o nakapag-business ka na. Pero, masarap naman maging empleyado, but, there's something different that they see in the business. So maybe it's the time, it's your, parang nakikita nila mas nagiging empowered ka into making decisions, into balancing things, into managing your own finances. So nagpapaturo sila. In the process, I mentor some of them into having sidelines, starting with the sidelines. In the cases that they still are not prepared to resign from their work.
Yes.
So yun. Talagang nandoon yung nai-inspire sila when they see you from the workplace, getting out of the workplace and establishing it on your own.
It really starts from there, no? Sideline.
Yes,
When she said sideline, ayan talaga, no?
And then later on, create their own. I see a lot more women now creating their own product, whether it's food, accessories, or these kinds of products, than like 10 years ago.
Really?
It's really more buy and sell for women.
Yes.
But now, it's really more on the creating your own, having your own mark on your product.
I have a question. Okay, you said you started your company, your business as a need, because of a need. Your child has skin asthma. Now, how did you come up with a product? I mean, you have a background in chemistry or?
No.
How did you come up with say?
I was sales and operations when I resigned from employment.
So how did you come up with a product like that? I mean, this is difficult. I mean, you do research online. How did you come up with your own?
I did research online. I was working with a cosmetic company before. So more or less, I know the suppliers, and the suppliers were the ones who helped me and trained me.
Now, how important? Because in her case, her passion for watches really drove it. Now, but in your case, how important would you say that the passion side of it is in starting a business and as a woman?
Okay, what really kept me going was the response from my customers. And they were asking for more products. Because I had like 3 products when I started. And they kept asking for more.
You had the skin asthma and what else did you have?
I have pimple products and for baby.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of customers who had cancer or cancer survivors who don't want to use the chemical.
Yeah.
What do they use? What do you have for? I mean, I also push alternative treatments and remedies. So, what did you
That's
have?
why I had the shampoo, I had body wash, I had the moisturizers, everything without chemicals. And they're really
All
the ones who
organics.
kept me going because I felt I had this responsibility over them that I had to supply them with healthy products. And then later on, I found communities who are in need of a market to sell their product, like I found this community of farmers in Negros planting lemongrass. And they were supported by a foreign national, and they cannot find support from the Philippines. I thought, what a shame. We cannot even help our own farmers. A foreign national had to do it. So I made a lot of products with lemongrass.
It really starts there being,
Yes.
I mean, with a lot of innovation, a lot of creativity, and you come up with your own products, and it clicks in the
And
market.
the
no?
inspiration also has to be
Excellent,
there always.
excellent, excellent.
Money is not always the
Yes.
inspiration.
No, I think if you love what you're doing, the money will follow, diba?
Yes.
I mean, if you're passionate about it, you're willing to take a risk, diba?
Right.
But it will follow. Success will follow, money will follow. And I like what you said because, you're an example that even if you do leave employment, it is possible to make it
Yes.
make good money out of being
Yes.
an entrepreneur.
Yes, yes.
Now, advice quickly because you have a few minutes left. Advice for women now who are watching, who are thinking of becoming entrepreneurs. Let's start with you, Eds.
Okay, for those who are thinking of being an entrepreneur, my suggestion is go for it. Find a product that you like, resell it. Just practice on the skills, and while you're at it, you will find people, and you will find other products that will really inspire you, and that later on you can say na I cannot do this 9-to-5 job anymore because this one is more fulfilling. And
Bravo, bravo. You want to Judith?
Yes, for women entrepreneurs, just keep the faith, don't give up, but always be prepared for the challenges ahead. It's not easy to be a woman entrepreneur, but the thing is that it's very fulfilling, and the sense of accomplishment is really high on this field, and you're able to prove yourself a lot of things, that you can do so many things and then keep your family, keep everything in balance.
Now, I'm so for women empowerment. I believe women should have their own careers. I believe women should have their own money. Very important, no?
Yes.
Not just from the material aspect, but as a sense of empowerment, make you more independent, as a co-equal of a man in the home, in the workplace, especially for you, you're a co-owner of
Yes.
your company, it's your husband. So it's very important, women empowerment. Now, let's talk about, finally, we have 2 minutes before we break. Let's talk about the event that you have coming up on March 15.
Yes, it's the 7th annual conference for Network for Enterprising Women. Yes, it will be on March 15 from 8 o'clock a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Mandarin Oriental, Manila. So do you like to
Open to the
expound on-
public, and
It's-
what can people
Yes.
learn from this? With the
it's open to the public. We're now more gearing on franchising, digital marketing. So those will be the highlight topics, and we have experts and practitioners who will talk about this stuff. So I enjoin everyone. This will be worth your while, really. Please go to Mandarin Oriental on March 15. 8
So
o'clock is the start of the
So to our
program.
women viewers, if they're considering going to business, if it's tickling their imagination, they'll really learn a lot from this workshop you have on
Yes.
15.
Yes, I would also like to mention the topics, the ins and outs of franchising, like what Ed has said, which will be discussed by Ms. Linda Bartolome of the Franchise Development in the Philippines, for those who would like to go into franchise, if they like to franchise.
Yeah. No, kasi, I mean,
And
for women,
imagery.
for women, there are
Yeah.
two types. There are two options. You can either start your own business or you can get a franchise.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
May pros and cons, and all of
Yes.
these you will learn if you go to
Right.
attend this your workshop on March 15.
Yes, and the second topic is digital marketing by Ms. Rosario Juan, the CEO of Commune. So for those who like to really maximize the digital marketing. And the third is the Making the Leap from Employee to Entrepreneur by Ms. Christina Gomez.
Can men attend?
Yes.
Kasi
We
I
have a
want to
lot
attend.
of male attendees.
No, I want to attend.
Yes.
Very interesting. I mean, those 3 topics alone, very interesting.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, we do have several male.
For more information
participants.
about this, where can they visit a website, or is you have an email address, number?
Okay, for reservation, they can call 710-3711 or 908-2558, or visit our Facebook page, Network for Enterprising Women.
Yes, and we would also like to thank our sponsors, RCBC E-Woman, Zen Institute, Louis Philip Key, Pro Access, French Baker, Orly, and Mud.
Thank you. No, I mean, sponsors are very important because it's because
Yes.
of them an event like this happens, no? Very important. So, ladies, thank you for coming to the show, and let's have another show after this, after your 15th event. So we'll talk about what was accomplished during your March 15 event. So
Yeah,
let's
that
have
would
some
be
towards the end of the
great.
month.
That would be excellent.
So at least those who can't go on the 15th can have some sort of idea what happened during that day.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Congratulations on your success, and the best of luck to you as you progress with your business and your industry and your little empires. Huh?
Thank
you.
you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thanks, Eds. Thanks.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So guys, don't go away because we still have Almira Alejandrino with a very interesting story about women's rights when Philippines Uncut returns. Yun. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Kunana. Now, on this show, we talk about everything under the sun and...
This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.